I don't know who needs to hear this, but maybe you've messed up. Big time. Maybe you feel like it's too late, like your failure has closed every door. I've been there. I know what it feels like to sit in silence, ashamed, broken, and convinced that God has walked away. But let me tell you what really happened. A few years ago, I hit what I thought was rock bottom. I had failed, not once, but repeatedly. In my career, in my relationships, and even in my walk with God. I kept asking, how did I get here? And the worst thing is, will God still want me? I was drowning in guilt, surrounded by silence, and the voice in my head kept whispering, "You're too far gone." But that was the lie. The truth was coming, and I didn't see it yet. One night, alone and exhausted, I opened my Bible, not out of discipline, but desperation. And my eyes landed on this verse, Romans 8:1. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. No condemnation? I read it again and again. And suddenly it wasn't just words on a page. It was God's voice cutting through the noise in my soul. That moment changed everything. It was like he was saying, "You're not disqualified. You're not discarded. You're still mine." From that day, things didn't magically fix themselves, but something in me shifted. I stopped living for approval and started living from God's love. I started praying again, not perfectly, but honestly. I showed up with my brokenness, and God met me with mercy. Just like the prodigal son who thought that he was finished, and that he is not even worth to be called the son of his father after all he has done. But when returned, his father did not despise him, but welcome him like a very honored guest, and he showed him mercy. And that is how slowly God began to rebuild me. And here's what I've learned. Your failure is not final. Your mess doesn't cancel your calling, and God's love isn't afraid of your past. In fact, sometimes it's your lowest moment that becomes the doorway to your greatest testimony. If you're watching this and you feel like you've failed, please hear me. You are not finished. God is not done with your story. He redeems, He restores, He revives. Right now, He's reaching for you just like He did for me. Not to shame you, but to carry you back into grace. All He's waiting for is your yes. If this video spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone else who needs hope. And if you're ready to walk into your next chapter with God, leave a comment below that says, "I'm not finished." Let's remind each other, failure doesn't have the final word. God does.